Hi, Sheila again from Singapore. Do you know that sometimes many things in life are easy to do, but they also can be hard to do? What do I mean by that? For example, let's say we want to do something in terms of weight loss. We want to walk, okay? We make that decision that, yes, I'm going to start walking. It's easy to do, right? But it is also hard to do when actually we may start on it but never consistently continue doing it. Or we may give ourselves a break after we have walked for a few weeks, and then after that we find it very hard to actually pick ourselves up and do the walk again. So what actually does that mean, the slight edge? It is the daily decisions. It is the little things that are done over and over and over again. The compound effect will kick in and walking becomes a part of your life. And you see the value in it because health-wise, you're losing weight, you feel so much more better, you feel much more healthier. So that is what the slight edge is all about. Okay, doing the simple things, the day-to-day actions consistently over a period of time, which will give a compound effect. Okay, easy to do, but also not easy to do. Let me just share with you my own personal experience. When we talked about the slight edge, and I started to actually find out more information, started reading and listening to some audio and stuff like that on the slight edge, I was reminded of myself, and I didn't realize that I was actually doing it. Now, over a year ago, I was diagnosed with gout. That means, your toe feels painful, and the joints in my ankles were painful, and there'll be swelling. Now, when I got the news from my doctor, I was like, oh dear, what did I get myself into? I realized that the decisions that I've made in my life many years ago, in a sense, has affected me right now. And as I was actually getting involved with in the book, The Slight Edge, I found myself actually, without me actually realizing it, but I just decided that I was going to change the situation. I decided that I am going to get rid of gout from my system. I want to be off medication. I don't want to depend on the medication for the rest of my life, especially when my previous doctor told me that I will be on it forever, for the rest of my life. And I was pretty down when I heard that. But I took the decision and I started to do the daily actions, the simple things. Okay? I changed my eating habits. I was cutting down on things that would affect the gout, and it was day by day. I started to do exercises and started seeing myself feeling lighter at the same time, and I kept doing it every day, over and over again. I started cooking more meals at home rather than eating out. Which was actually a little bit tiring, especially when sometimes you go to work and when you come back home you're too tired to cook, but I did that. I changed my whole meal plan in that sense. I started to eat really very simple because I was on a quest. And 2 weeks ago I went back to see my doctor because I had taken a blood test a week earlier actually. And the doctor was quite surprised at my readings, and he says that he's going to take me off the gout medicine. Now, without me even asking about it, even requesting, can I get off the medication? And he says he's taking me off it. Now, to me, that is the slight edge. Okay, the daily decisions, consistently doing it, not giving up, not saying one day, oh, I'm not going to do it today, but I just consistently did it for a few months. And then I saw the result. And so that is what I would like to share with you today. And I hope that this would encourage you at the same time, because the slight edge is not only about health, it can be also about, if you're struggling with weight loss, taking that decision to walk on a day-to-day basis. Easy to do, also can be hard to do, but when it is consistently done day by day, it does create a compound effect. And it's the same thing with my network marketing business that I'm involved in. Every day doing the actions, every day feeding my mind with information, saying, okay, I'm going to read 10 pages. Every day just read it. Now, is it going to make a difference after I read it just for 1 or 2 days? No, probably not. But over time, I develop a kind of a discipline, and yet at the same time, I am able to allow reading to become part of my life. So in the same way, in all areas of life, the slight edge is applicable. Now, if you're really interested, go and buy the book. Even though I'm reading a PDF copy, I want to get a copy of that book because I feel that it's good to have really good books in your library. Books that can be transformational, books that will help us grow in our own development. So the Slight Edge is basically a personal development book. So with that, I would like to end off and see you in the next video. Bye.